Why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now this throw caught left side. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On 2nd down, it's Potter. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jones. Off-play action. On the crossing route, complete. It's Walsh. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Hey, team six. Now.
Off-play action. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Not today, you want. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll get this one to cut, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Ready?
To throw on third down. Jones. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we doing?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Jackson looking deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Leo!
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That one goes for 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try the left side. Potter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Being chased out left. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? It's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4, that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. The screen pass here to Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Potter. Gets through and now an opening. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Jones now operating from the gun. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is taken at the 3. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Jones, a final shot before break. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down now, it's Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, it's Potter. And some space here. And nothing but daylight ahead. Pass across the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 61 yards that time on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal.
30 base.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Again, it's Cohen. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Jackson now steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You got tape. You got tape.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Potter, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 50, Mike 50. Right here. Mike 50. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
And the Browns first down.
From the gun, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Jones now. Going to throw again. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Jones on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34.
15 line. 15 line. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, Alpha.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 10.
Interception. Go 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit. You got nothing. You got nothing. Mike 50, Mike 50. Set the tone, defense.
Jones throwing on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They've got his man complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Jones on first and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Jones. Now a desperate desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date